A lot of self-inflicted wounds, penalties, turnovers. We weren't sound in some areas. You could call it what you want, but at the end of the day, we didn't come out with the same pep in our step probably we had the last 2 weeks. But there's very few times you get in those situations that you can find a way to come out with a W. And I couldn't be more proud of our kids. They kept fighting, man. We had more adversity today than we've had. I mean, it all happened at once. I mean, every little bit of adversity you could think of, penalties, turnovers, missed kicks, big plays on the other side, and it's just bam, bam, bam. But at the end of the day, our football team kept fighting, kept clawing, and found a way to win a ball game that was daggum hard to win. And every game's hard to win. And I couldn't be more proud of them. I'm way more proud of this game than they in the last two, I'm going to be honest with you. Because what they had to go through today and find a way to win, it's what it's about. I told the guys I'm proud of them. We're going to learn a lot from this game, as we do from every game, but I think we're going to learn more from this than we do the first two. There's no question about it. And I think the student section had a direct effect on us finishing this game. Their energy towards the end of the game, when things are kind of getting a little hectic, and the fans on both sides, the whole stadium, had an impact on our kids, because energy was not near what it had been in previous games, which I knew was coming. I just didn't know when. It's human nature with a young football team. You can't ride an emotional high for 11 weeks in a row. Nobody can. And so at the end of the day, I'm proud of them. Proud we found a way to win. This is something we can build on, and we talk about building and getting better. And this is going to be a lot of teachable moments, a lot of things we can learn from as we move forward with a really young football team that fought their tails off today to find a way to win. I mean, I could read the thing, but you guys know everything that happened today. It was just one thing after another. We found a way to win. Proud of them. Proud of them. Questions?
It was good to see Trey White walking up on his own power. Is he all right?
I think he just cramped up a little bit. He seemed fine. He could go back in. If we needed to play, he could have gone back in.
Into the first half, you weren't very happy with the two-man offense. Talk about that.
Well, I probably made a mistake when we clocked it and gave up a down. But our operation and speed of what we were doing wasn't at the pace it needed to be. We do 1 minute, at least once a day, if not every other day. We practice all the time. And after a first down or clock stops, we got time to get up and get a play run without losing more than 3 or 4 seconds. And just the way we were going today, it just wasn't happening. You know what I mean? You have those days, and I got frustrated, and I clocked it on, it was on second down, and took a down away to save a timeout. In hindsight, we might have could have run a play, but we'd have lost another 15 seconds. I was worried about running out of time. I wanted to find a way to get some points. Looking back on it, probably could have gone either way. We just weren't, our pace of things was not very good. And I got frustrated, probably frustrated myself more than anything. I called a timeout right before I think we're going into the fourth quarter, right at the end, because we're trying to kick a field goal. We'd already missed a couple, and there was a wind, and sometimes it died down, but the wind was going towards the student section. So it's like a second left, and I hit timeout because I'm trying to give the kid every advantage we could. And at the time, the wind had kind of died down, so it probably was a neither here nor there deal, but trying to give the kid every chance he could. He hit that one and then missed one going the other way. So, but that's what happened in the 1 minute situation. We just weren't our operation needed to be better. That's the first live game time situation we've been in like that. And we practice it all the time, but it's different, as we all know when you get in a game. I mean, it's different. So we probably could execute that a little bit better, save some more time. We just can't get the ball in the end zone. And the big part of it was we could move the ball a little bit, and then we would have a negative play, penalty, whatever it was. And I keep telling you guys we're working on stuff. If y'all are listening to me, there's a reason we're trying to work on it. Coaches usually know where there are deficiencies and things they can work on to get better. And as we go, we're a young football team. We're growing and building. So there's going to be some things we're going to have to fight our way through. We're just not prepared for yet. And it's just the way it is. And so we're trying to get the ball outside because we know we can do that. But after a while, I don't know how many guys y'all saw playing Justin Sumter there sometimes. Their whole defense was over there. I mean, because that was our best thing we had going there for a while. And so we tried to balance all of it. And we couldn't ever get anything enough to get in the end zone. So I know you asked about 1 minute, but I went ahead and give you guys the rest of the spiel because I know that's what's coming.
How do you keep your kicker focused after missing 3? You catch that last one.
Well, the one he kicked before, gosh, we kicked a lot today because we couldn't score. I asked him one time, we were going towards the student section, the one I called time on, I said, son, can you make it? Because I'm just going to go for it. Because you know, and sometimes I know their answer, but I want to know how they answer it. I mean, is it, yeah, coach, or coach, I got it. You know what I mean? There's always, and he said, coach, I got it. So he knocked it in. And then, and he's a freshman, guys. He's a true freshman. I mean, you know, he's going to be fine. I mean, he hit one when it counted. You know, he missed some. He's got to make them all, but when it counted, he made it. And so he's going to be fine, but I did ask him on that one. And he said, I got it, coach. I said, all right. And so he made it. And the one, we went for it on down there in 4th and 6 inches. And I think I aged probably 10 years on that one play. But fortunately, we made it and were able to run some more time off the clock before we kicked the field goal to end the game. Not to end the game, but, you know, you figure you're playing an option football team with a minute and, what was it, minute 20? Minute 20 to go in the game. And just the way the thing went, they went right down the field. You know, and that's the way the day went. And luckily we made a play at the end. These guys made a play and found a way to win. So, come on, grab a seat, big guy.
Coach, how big was Justin Sumter, his performance today? How did you enjoy watching it today?
That's what he does every time we play. Now, we haven't been able to throw the ball much just because the game went, but that's who he is. And we know that, and we're trying every way we can, as y'all can tell.
Oh, yeah.
But, I mean, there came a point, we threw a pick into double coverage because they finally said enough's enough. We're going to send the safety over top, and we're going to bring one from the sideline, and we're going to leave the corner underneath. I mean, it got to a point that they were, you know, loading everybody up. So he's a heck of a ball player. We knew it. He didn't do anything today that wasn't any different from what he does every day. He makes those catches every day in practice. Des will tell you. I mean, what he did today, he doesn't practice all the time, so it doesn't surprise me. So obviously we got to find ways to get him the ball. And our receiving core in general, we're trying to find ways to get the ball. Our perimeter game is kind of where we are a little bit. We're trying to get better at some other stuff.
At what point today did you realize that it was going to be a close game throughout? You knew they weren't flying around as quick as they were in the opening game. At what point did you know it was going to be a tight game?
I could tell early on, after the first couple of series, I knew it. And I didn't know how, I wanted to see how we responded, to adversity and to challenge. And but you could tell. It was you could tell it was going to be a grind. And I give Shorter credit. They came out and played extremely hard. They were clicking on all cylinders, doing their stuff, executing at a high level. That was the backup quarterback played the whole game. He hadn't been started. I mean, and I thought that guy came in and did a great job. So I give them a lot of credit. But you kind of tell after the first couple of series, I think I said it on the headset, the boys were in for a grind today. And we did. It was every yard, everything we did was a grind. It was a grind. But there again, our kids found a way to persevere and fight and found a way to win the game. So we can teach off that.
You've said a couple times that you have a young team. How much do you contribute the turnovers, and how do you fix that?
Well, that's the first time this has come up. We've done a pretty good job, really, of taking care of the football. The first game, we had a couple down the goal line. But we haven't done too bad a job. We just got to continue to emphasize it. But I think what happens in some games when you're not locked in and mentally focused to the highest capacity, those things seem to show up. When you're locked in and 100% focused playing 100 miles an hour, those things usually don't become an issue. We do ball security for 5 minutes every day. Every player, every skilled player on offense for 5 minutes every day in practice.